Hello my lovelies, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking today's video. Today I want to share with you a beautiful list of bridal perfumes. This is the second time I do this video. I did my first one I think like a year or two ago and it was so beautiful, and by popular demand we have another installment with different fragrances and I hope you're going to enjoy the list. If you haven't seen the first one, I'm definitely going to leave the link below so that you can check that one out. I'm still very much holding true to those fragrances, but here I have some new ones that have been added to my collection and I think they would be beautiful for that special day. So if you want to check them out, don't go anywhere. So we're going to get started. We're going to have different categories, and the first category is going to be designer fragrances, and the very first one that I have chosen is Mon Guerlain Intense. Now let's talk a little bit before I jump into the scent profile. What are my expectations? I need this fragrance to potentially be very beautiful in photos. That's one of the things. So I want the bottle to be great, to be beautiful, because I know that there is going to be a lot of behind the scenes and videos and photos, and all your accessories are going to be displayed. So we want to make sure that the bottle obviously is beautiful. But what about what's inside? Definitely the fragrance has to be beautiful, feminine. It has to make you feel like $1,000,000, and at the same time I would love if it has good longevity. You don't have the time to be running around and reapplying. Maybe you may have a bridesmaid who is going to have like a decant that you can have so you can do your touch-ups, but at the end of the day it's always better if the fragrance on its own just is really good in longevity. And third, I definitely would love the fragrance to make you feel like it complements your dress, because that is a big part of how you're going to feel that day, is how you look and how your hair is styled and the type of dress. Did you go with something classic, something modern, off the shoulders, with a high color? There's so many details. So I hope that, it makes a little bit of sense. So back to this. Mon Guerlain. Why Mon Guerlain? Mon Guerlain is a beautiful vanilla. I chose the Intense just because of the longevity. This is also a great fragrance for weddings where it's either more in the evening time or in your area it's still a little bit chilly. You're not necessarily in the 100-degree weather and you want something a little bit more like in between. This is a beautiful balsamic vanilla that is just so good in longevity and projection. It's very calming, but at the same time it's very seducting. You're gonna feel gorgeous with a fragrance that definitely embodies it. Has a lot of vanilla, more than all the other Mon Guerlain, which is one of the reasons why I chose it. And it has iris, and it has tonka bean, and it has jasmine sandbag, which is my favorite. But I feel that this is a very calming, but at the same time, you feel like you're wearing a fragrance, like you feel like you're wearing a perfume. Out of all of the Mon Guerlain, to me, this one is the more dressed up one out of the whole line. And this is one of the reasons why I chose it. So I feel that it would be great if you're looking for something designer. This is a really good choice. So get your nose on it. Once again, Mon Guerlain Intense. And the next fragrance that I feel would be great in the designer realm for a beautiful wedding day, but this would be a little bit more during the day, is Irrésistible by Givenchy. This is a beautiful iris and rose, fresh pear and ambre fragrance that is definitely very sexy. I've gotten so many compliments with this fragrance, but yet so classy, so feminine, not necessarily seductress, not like that. It's a very elegant fragrance, and I feel that for a daytime wedding, probably outdoors, where you want something that is a little bit fresh, that it doesn't feel too heavy, but at the same time has good longevity, is very pleasant, is very alluring, very attractive, and it represents a level of purity and femininity. This would be great. And obviously I absolutely love the studs. This is the smaller bottle, but the bigger bottle would definitely show so good in photos and videos. The beautiful blush pink is just really nice. There are many within this range. I prefer the EDP. I know there's a brand new one that just came out. To me, that one is a little too rosy. It's just very much rose dominant. I feel that this one is a little bit more airy, more fresh. If you're looking for, like if you have an outdoor wedding and it's really hot outside and you want something that is a little bit more fresh, but at the same time it gives you a beautiful feminine feeling, and your husband to be is going to be very attracted to that scent. Once again, Irrésistible, I mean the name says it all, Irresistible by Givenchy. The next category is going to be soft fragrances. You're looking for something that is extremely soft. You don't want the fragrance to project too much. You just want it for yourself and maybe your husband to just smell it as you guys are embracing or something like that. And you also want this fragrance to be extremely feminine. I have 3 recommendations that I feel that are ideal for a soft fragrance for a wedding day. The very first one is Très Cher by 𝐕𝐻𝐈𝐍. This is a beautiful, super soft orange blossom with jasmine and vanilla, and it has some C notes, so it's very, very fresh. So I would see this fragrance in one of those weddings where you're either in like a beautiful park and you have like a lake and you have like you're getting married. I'm gonna try to see if I can find some footage of what I'm envisioning in my mind, and it's just beautiful, and all the chairs are white, and it's very, very airy, very pure. You're probably wearing a very minimal dress, but extremely elegant, and it fits you just right, and you just feel gorgeous and angelic like. So this is a very angelic like fragrance, and I absolutely love it. And to me, it's one of those fragrances that it'll just make it so special in that day, and you will feel so endearing with a fragrance like this. It's one of those fragrances when you almost want your husband to feel like this is going to be the best mother of my future child that I could have ever chosen. Like, it is just that kind of fragrance. It really is going to give you a feeling of a very feminine, classy, endearing, angelic. It's a very angelic fragrance, and I absolutely love it. Once again, 𝐕𝐻𝐈𝐍, Très Cher. The next fragrance within the soft category that I feel would be beautiful if you want to feel very feminine but you want something really, really soft is DAMA BIANCA by the House of XERJOFF. This is such a beautiful iris violet combo, very powdery, musky, a touch woody, but powdery, definitely a little bit similar to Très Cher, but just pulling a little bit more into the iris realm. It's very fresh with white florals, but it has a fruity note of kumquat at the opening, which makes the fragrance just feel a little bit more fresh and a little bit less serious. It still feels very jovial, very happy, a very alluring fragrance that you're going to feel very feminine, again, delicate. This, I think of lace. Every time I smell this fragrance, it makes me think of lace. So if you are wearing something that has a lot of lace all around the neck area, or maybe around the sleeves or in the back, this could be an ideal fragrance. And obviously this is a 30 ml. I'm going to put the full size bottle over here, but it's a gorgeous bottle. The frosted glass, I could see that being so beautiful in the video of the behind the scenes when you're getting ready, maybe next to your shoe or something like that. And I think it's a really good one. Once again, this is DAMA BIANCA by the collection CASA MORATI within the House of XERJOFF. And the third soft fragrance that would be ideal for a beautiful, delicate, feminine bride is Gentle Fluidity Gold by Maison Francis Coeur de Jean. To me, this is such a beautiful amber vanilla, which happens to be my favorite compositions. It's such a powdery vanilla, very delicate, a little musky. It's sweet enough, but at the same time, it has a touch of woodiness and amber, giving a little character to this fragrance. Now, although this fragrance has a little bit of woodsy notes, don't be afraid whatsoever. It's still very, very feminine. It's amber, vanilla, it's musky, and it has a little bit of juniper berries. So it's just a very delicate, very powdery fragrance. All these 3 fragrances are very much in the same vicinity. I feel that if you're looking to have something very delicate, they all make me think of lace. They all make me think of embroidery. They all make me think of that classic, very timeless type of feeling, very white, very clean, very elegant. And I think that this one is also one that you should consider. Get your nose on it. Get your nose on those 3 and just see which ones is a little bit more appealing to you. Also, this is such a gorgeous bottle. I mean, this is the 30 ml, but the larger bottle is a little bit more square, so it would do great on video. And it's a fragrance. All of these fragrances are fragrances that you're not only going to wear on your wedding day. They are gorgeous, amazing fragrances that you can wear all year round, but they fit the bill in order to be categorized as a super special, memorable fragrance that marked a super important time in your life. And I absolutely love this one. So once again, Gentle Fluidity Gold by MFK. And now we're getting into the third category. This is the category that I asked and expected the most of. This is the luxury category. This is the category where I want everything to be 10 out of 10. When you want the best of the best, it's going to be one of these. These fragrances, they smell amazing. They last forever. They have incredible longevity. They have an amazing scent profile. They're super impactful. The bottles are just gorgeous, 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 and they would look amazing on photos and videos. I mean, it's la crème de la crème. It's definitely all of the very best ones that I feel would be ideal for that day. And some of them are a little bit pricey, but if you're looking for that one particular item that is going to be so luxurious, that is going to make you feel like a queen on your day, then one of these fragrances definitely could fit the bill. And the very first one, I could not make this video without obviously including a Delina. This gorgeousness of a bottle is photographs so well. On video is absolutely stunning with this little jewel at the top. I don't know, I'm sure you have seen it already. It has a little bit of a jewel over there. This is Delina Exclusive, which is a little bit creamier, is a little bit just more romantic. This is rose, vanilla. It has a little bit of oud, but just enough to give you that incredible longevity. This fragrance is going to stay with you all day long. And even though you may have an outdoor wedding when it's a little bit warmer, this is one of the only ouds that I can wear in the heat. So I absolutely love this fragrance, and I feel that it can fit the bill 100%, because even though you have oud and incense and woody notes, which are deep notes, this is what's going to give the longevity to this fragrance. But then at the top, we're opening with lychee and pear and bergamot, and we have vanilla and Turkish rose. So all of those notes are softening those little bit deeper notes, making this fragrance just a delightful of a fragrance to wear that day. This could go with any type of dress, whether it's classic, modern, minimalist, elaborate. Obviously, it looks like a princess perfume, right? With this beautiful pink bottle. So it definitely feels like is a princess fragrance, but if you are not wearing a princess style dress, you're wearing something very different, this fragrance would definitely fit the bill. And the longevity is incredible. It is just one of those fragrances that it could be the anchor for that special day. So I could not do a video without it. Once again, Delina Exclusive by Parfum de Marly. The next fragrance is a fragrance that, if you know, you know. I have spoken about this fragrance so much. I absolutely adore this fragrance, and the longevity of this fragrance is insane. Out of all of the ones that we're going to be speaking about, one can say that this might be the bottle that is less glamorous, but I still feel that it's equally as beautiful. The scent profile is amazing. The longevity is outstanding. This fragrance is going to stay with you until the next day. It is gorgeous, it's soft, it's feminine, and it's 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. Just that name. Imagine writing in your vows the 100 silent ways that you want to show your love to your husband for the rest of your life, because that is the best way we feel love, when we are demonstrated love in a silent way, not always in a vocalized way. In a silent way could be, you know, an action that you do for someone. It could be things that you do out of the blue. Anyways, this is not the point of the video. Back to this fragrance. I just feel that the name is ideal. The fragrance is just, oh my God. This fragrance, if you know, you know. I absolutely adore this fragrance. This is white floral, powdery, vanilla, fruity. It has iris. I don't know if you've noticed, there is a little bit of a similarity in a lot of these fragrances. They have iris, they have vanilla, they're a little musky, they're a little powdery, they're very feminine, they have white florals. So all of those family notes are going to create a super beautiful fragrance if well blended, which all these fragrances are super well blended, that is going to make you feel your 100% best. This is one of my favorite fragrances. This is top 10 for sure in my collection. I mean, the dent is just, you don't even need a lot, and my dent is just, it looks like I haven't worn that much, and I have worn this fragrance so much. It has a little bit of peach and sandalwood at the base, but this is just, is gorgeous. If you want something very romantic, very cocooning, but at the same time very upscale, very classy, very feminine. I absolutely love 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. The next fragrance is a fragrance that is going to be going back a little bit if you are still within the cooler days, not necessarily fully winter, but it's still a little bit breezy, a little bit chilly. I think this fragrance is ideal because it's a beautiful rose that has great character, but at the same time, it's a very feminine fragrance and the longevity is outstanding. This is Noir de Mai by 𝐕𝐻𝐈𝐍. This fragrance, I mean, let's talk first because obviously we're going into these bottle situation. Look at this beautiful gold, look at the detail in the cap, and then when you turn it to the side, we have glass, metal, glass. So I feel that this would photograph beautifully. It doesn't have too much reflection because this gold is matte, and then at the same time it just has that very upscale feeling. This bottle is really heavy. This is a gorgeous rose. This is a little bit ambery and a little bit woody, but it has an aquatic feel to it. Even though it's a rose and even though it's a fragrance that I would see maybe for a evening wedding or maybe for a wedding where it's a little bit chilly outside, so you're probably indoors and it's not necessarily a beach wedding. Like, I wouldn't see this being a beach wedding. Like, if you have something a little bit more formal, this is a more formal, feminine fragrance that would fit the bill beautifully. This is very elegant, and obviously the star of the show here is Rose de Mai, and like I said, it has some C notes. So even though you have this ambery rose with a little bit of woodsy notes, the dewdrop and the C notes keep this fragrance a little bit fresh. So it's very feminine, very sophisticated, and very classy. This is also a fragrance that would be ideal for an older bride. So let's just say this is your second marriage or third, and you want something that is very just class, this fragrance can definitely fit the bill. I absolutely love it, and I think it had to be in this list because it's such a good performer. It's such a beautiful bottle, and it has such a classy scent profile that I think it would be ideal for an evening wedding, probably a little bit more mature bride, and or an indoor wedding where there's going to be a little bit of AC and it's a little bit chillier. You're probably up north or in Europe and you want something a little bit within that realm. Please put your nose on Noir de Mai. Definitely is a gorgeous one to consider. Once again, Noir de Mai by 𝐕𝐻𝐈𝐍. We have 2 more fragrances to go, and obviously they're going to be gorgeous. This one is they're both actually pretty recent in my collection, and I feel that they would be ideal for a bride. This is Guidance by AMOUAGE. I mean, the bottle, also with a rhinestone. It is gorgeous. This is such a feminine, beautiful, fruity, floral, vanilla, powdery, balsamic, a little bit nutty, making it even more creamy. This fragrance has outstanding longevity. It stays with you forever, and at the same time it has such a beautiful scent profile. But before we get into the notes, let me just show you again so you have an idea how this fragrance could potentially look on your videos and on your photos. Like I said, it has a rhinestone at the top. It has this beautiful little, it looks like an umbrella cap. It is just gorgeous. It's magnetic, obviously, and it feels luxurious. So if you want that fragrance that is going to, it's going to be very special, then Guidance is definitely a good contender. It has pear in the opening, so it's very juicy, but at the same time is a beautiful rose, jasmine, saffron combination, and so smooth with sandalwood and vanilla. Oh my god, and ambergris. It is a beautiful fragrance, and I feel that it would be a great contender. This is another fragrance that I feel would be great for any bride. It doesn't matter the age. You can wear it indoors, outdoors, cooler weathers, warmer weather. This fragrance is so versatile, and I feel it would be great. So once again, Guidance by AMOUAGE. And our last fragrance is a fragrance when you are looking for something epic. You want every single accessory on your videos and your photos to look like it just came out of a magazine. When you're looking for epic, when you're looking for that fragrance that is going to be the icon that will remind you of your wedding forever. This is a fragrance that I think you should consider. This is 𝐬𝐹 Oud by Roja Parfum. This fragrance is the epic of the epics of all rose fragrances. This is also ideal for an evening wedding. So often a lot of brides, what they do is that they will have a different, like a scent for the ceremony. And then in the evening time, or when it's the reception time, they will wear something different. So for example, if I were to choose, I could say, okay, during the actual wedding service, you can do très cher, which is very soft and is not going to clash with anything. And then when it's time to go to the reception, you want something a little bit more exciting. You want something that projects a little bit more, but still within the realm of bridal, feminine, angelic, beautiful. Then 𝐬𝐹 Oud. When you are looking for something that is going to just make a statement, something that is epic, then this is a fragrance. Obviously, the price tag comes with it because it is a little pricey, but again, this is a once in a lifetime. When you buy a fragrance that you know that everything that you are wearing that day, from your dress to your shoes, your accessories, and obviously your fragrance, which is one of your most important accessories because is one of the senses that people perceive of us, the way, not only the way we look, but the way we smell. And when you want epic, then this is epic. This is pretty epic. So I feel that this would work amazingly. This is a beautiful, fresh, a little bit aldehydic rose, but it's such a great composition. It's very difficult to just really pinpoint one note because this has so much in this composition. I mean, there's geranium and there's clove and there's jasmine and ylang-ylang and 𝐬𝐹 rose. Oh my goodness. It is a masterpiece of a fragrance. So when you're looking for something that is going to be super impactful, very epic, I mean, you want the best of the best, this is one that you might want to consider. I don't necessarily suggest it for a daytime wedding, outdoors, in the 90-degree weather, unless you spray the air and then you walk into the mist so that you get just a tiny residue of that. But this fragrance is so strong that just doing that is going to be like outstanding. But obviously these are larger bottles and it's going to last you quite some time. So I mean, it is just the presentation of this bottle. It is gorgeous. And I'm not saying that it's just because of the bottle that is going to look amazing, but you're going to feel the way this bottle looks. I absolutely love it. And I think this would have been a great contender for the luxury category. Once again, 𝐬𝐹 Oud by Roja Parfum. My lovelies, I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know in the comments below. Are you preparing your wedding? Is it coming soon? Is that special date around the corner? Or do you have a friend that is a bride-to-be? Please share this video with them. Again, I also did a video for honeymoon fragrances if you want to have ideas on what to wear for your honeymoon, which happens right after your wedding for the most part. Then if that video is ready, I'm going to put it over here or over here, depending on where it goes with the card. Thank you so much for joining me in today's video. Let me know in the comments below, do you have any fragrance in mind for your upcoming special day? I'd love to know what fragrance you're considering. And if you like this video, please support me, give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe. It's 100% free. And until the very next time, my lovelies, mwah, big kiss, bye-bye.